Good morning, one and all. Students, we are going to begin moment today, and today we will deal with the adventure of Toto. So, without wasting a moment, let's talk about. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tanga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. The Tanga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of the place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. So actually grandfather had bought Toto from a Tanga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. Tanga driver used to keep Toto tied to a feeding trough. From there the monkey looked so out from the place that grandfather decided that he would add this little fellow to his private zoo. Toto was a pretty monkey. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep set of eyebrows. As Toto have a very deep, thick set of eyebrows, and beneath those thick set of eyebrows, his bright eyes sparkled a lot. His teeth, which were a pearly white, were very often displayed in a smile. So his teeth very often he used to smile, which actually frightened the life of the elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. These teeth, this smile actually frightened the Anglo-Indian ladies. But his hand looked dried up. As you have seen the hands of a monkey, they look very dried, they are very rough. So as if they are actually dried up in the sun for a very long time. Yet his fingers were very quick and very wicked. His fingers are called wicked as he is doing a lot of mischievous activity. That's why only. Okay. And his tail whipped while adding to his good looks also served as a third hand. So, and his tail while adding to his good looks. Apart from that, tail actually add charm to his personality, his looks, but it also served as a third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch. By using it, he could hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up and delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. Grandmother always fused with grandfather whenever grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. So whenever grandfather brought any new bird or any animal to home, grandmother became very angry. So it was decided that Toto's presence should keep a secret from her until she was in particularly good mood. So it was also decided that they will keep the presence of Toto a secret from her. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall. So they both have put that animal into a little closet that had an opening into his bedroom wall where he was tied securely, or so we thought. So in the beginning they were thinking that they have tied Toto very properly over there to peg fasten into the wall. They tied Toto to a socket to a wall. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we thought that now it's too much time, now we should go back and release Toto from there. We found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper. So as in our home, what we do, we used to decorate our walls with ornamental papers. So that paper was chosen by grandmother and was snatched properly by Toto. Toto has tore off all the paper from there, and the walls now, naked brick and plaster is visible from there. The peg in the wall had been wrenched from its socket. Not only the ornamental paper, but also the peg to which the Toto was tied. It has been wrenched from its socket, and apart from that nail, his school blazer was also, which was hanging there, was also tied into a shreds. I wondered what grandmother would say. Now the writer is saying that he was thinking definitely the grandmother will be angry a lot, but grandfather didn't worry. But if we talk about grandfather showed no irritation. Instead, he was very pleased to see Toto's performance. He was saying he is very clever, Toto is very clever, and if we have given him time, then definitely he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope. So he was saying that Toto, by using the torn pieces of your blazer, he can make a rope and made his escape from the window. And by using that, he can also escape from there. His presence in the house is still a secret. Till now, his presence in the house was a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarters. Now Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarter, where a number of grandfather's pets lived very socially together. So there was a private zoo in the grandfather's house, and there a tortoise, a pet pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. All these things were there, all these animals were there. But the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companion to sleep at nights. But as Toto was very mischievous, he didn't allow any of his animals to sleep in the night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. So grandfather thought that he will definitely create some problem over here, and till now grandmother didn't know about Toto, so it will be better to take Toto with him to Dehradun. Unfortunately, I couldn't accompany grandfather on that trip. It was very sad that he was not able to join grandfather on that trip, but he told me about it afterwards. A big canvas kit bag was provided for Toto B. They have provided a very big canvas bag for him. This, with some straw at bottom, became his new abode. Where the bag was closed, there was no escape. When the bag was closed properly, there was no escape to come out. Toto couldn't get his hands through the opening. He was not even able to take out his hand from the opening, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through. And canvas was so strong that he cannot tear it by using his teeth. His effort to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air. So what was all his effort were doing? Due to his effort, only the bag was rolling from one place to another, and often it jumped into the air. So it looked like an exhibition that attracted the curious crowd of onlookers on Dehradun railway station. Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur, but while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave a ticket collector a white grin. But when the grandfather, Toto remained in the bag up to the Dehradun station. But when at the turnstile, when the grandfather was producing ticket to the ticket collector, suddenly Toto peeped out from the bag and gave a very wide grin to the ticket collector. When the poor man saw Toto, he became shocked and taken aback. But with great presence of mind and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you. You will have to pay for it accordingly. Now, as you are carrying a dog with you, you will have to pay for it also." He understood Toto mistakenly as a dog. In vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that a monkey didn't qualify as a dog. So now grandfather did an effort which was of no use. He produced Toto out of his bag in front of him, and he was proving him as a dog. So that a dog cannot be qualified, a monkey cannot be qualified as a dog, not even as a pet rat. Toto was classified a dog by the ticket collector, and 3 rupees was the sum handed over as his fare. But as for the grandfather, as for the ticket collector, he was not satisfied and he charged 3 rupees as his fare. Then grandfather just go to his own bag, took from his pocket out pet tortoise and said, "What must I pay for this, since I do charge for all animals?" So as this made grandfather very irritated, he became very irritated. So he take out a tortoise from his bag and he produced that tortoise in front of the ticket collector and asked, "As you are asking for money for each and every animal, so what must I pay for it, as you are charging for animals?" The ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise, prodded it with his forefinger, okay, and gave a pleasing and triumphant look. "Sir, no charge, it is not a dog. As it is not a dog, so there is no charge for it." Now this photograph you can see here, the grandfather and the ticket collector is talking. When Toto was finally accepted by grandmother, he was given comfortable home in the stable. After a certain period of time, when grandfather returned, everything was settled. Toto was also accepted by the grandmother. He was given a shelter in the stable, where he had a companion, the family donkey Nana. So he had a companion family donkey, and whose name is Nana. Okay. On Toto's first night in the stable, grandmother paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. So as he was spending his first night in the stable, that's why grandfather visited over there. To his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. From a bundle of hay, the Nana was just trying to keep her head pulled away from there. Okay. Grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches. Haunches means on the back side. He gave a slap across her haunches, and she jerked back, dragging Toto with her. Now she jerked back, and with that jerk, Toto came along with it. Her hand fastened onto her long ears with a sharp little teeth, and there was Toto and Nana never became friends. From that time, Toto and Nana, they never became a friend. A great treat for Toto during cold winter was the large bowl of the warm water given him by the grandmother for his bath. Toto was giving a lot of facility, and in those facility there was a hot water bath was also given in the wintry season. He would cunningly taste the temperature by dipping a finger into the water. When dipping a finger into the water, he tasted the temperature, whether it is too hot or not, and then he went for taking a bath. Toto took first food, then the other, as he had seen me doing, until he was into the water up to the neck. Once comfortable, he would take the soap in his hand or feet and rub himself all over. So once he was comfortable over there, then he take soap in his hands and rub all over his body. When the water became cold, he would get out and run as quickly as he could to the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. So when the water became cold, he leave walking and move to the kitchen direction in order to keep himself dry. If anyone laughed at him during this performance, Toto's feeling would be hurt, and he would refuse to go on his bath. So if anyone tried to just look at that particular moment, Toto became irritated, and next day he refused to go on a bath. So one day Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. So as Toto was an animal, although, so he was not a man, a human being. So one day what happened, he was just succeeded in boiling himself completely alive. What happened at that day? A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea, and Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid. So a very large kettle was on fire for boiling tea, and Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid. He went there and decided to remove the lid. Lid means the opening. Finding the water just warm enough for a bath, he got in, and when he found the water was warm enough, he went inside the water with his head sticking out from the open kettle. This was just fine as for a while until the water began to boil. So until the water began to boil, it was looking very good. Toto then raised himself a little, but finding it cold outside. But when Toto tried to come outside, there was cold, so that's why he sat down once again. He continued hopping up and down for some time. He continued his hopping up and down until the grandmother arrived and hauled him half boiled out of the kettle. If there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely devoted in Toto. And writer was saying about his mischievous nature that Toto has the biggest mischievous mind. He was always tearing things to pieces. Whenever one of my aunt came near to him, he made every effort to get hold of her dress and tear a hole in it. So whenever any lady came closer to him, he used to give a tear in her dresses. One day at lunchtime, a dish of pulao stood in the center of the dining table. We entered the room to find Toto suffering himself with rice. So what we have seen, when there was a dish of pulao, when we entered, Toto was stuffing himself with rice. Toto was just eating rice in a very glutton way. My grandmother screamed and Toto threw the plate at her. And on one of my aunt rushed forward and received a glass of water in his face, in the face. So first grandmother opposed to she received a plate. When his aunts opposed to they received a glass of water on their face. When grandfather arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and made his exit through a window. Through window, Toto went outside of the room. We found him in the branches of the jackfruit tree, and he went to a jackfruit tree and sat on a branch of it. The dish is still the dish is still in his arms. He remained there all afternoon, eating slowly through the rice, determined on finishing each and every grain. So as he was determined to finish each and every grain, he was decided. Then in order to spite grandmother who screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree. And not only he eat, but also throw the plate from the tree to the bottom. Okay. Obviously, Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for long. Even grandmother realized that we were not well to do and couldn't afford the frequent loss of dishes. As Toto was very mischievous, he was not of that sort of pet which can be keep at home for a very long time, and grandmother also realized this fact. So we are not so much prosperous that we can suffer a lot of frequent loss of dishes, cloths, curtains and wallpaper. So grandfather found a driver and sold Toto back him for only 3 rupees. So once again, the grandfather sold back Toto to the Tanga driver in only 3 rupees. Thus he suffers 2 rupees loss, but that loss is far much better than the loss Toto was doing at the moment. So you have studied how funny the story is. I hope that you have learned all the things from the chapter. Still, if you have any query, you can ask me in the school WhatsApp group or the English doubt removal groups. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you.